Aaron Rodgers' temper flare-up with rookie running back Kaleb Johnson on the final day of Steelers training camp was brief, loud, and impossible to ignore. The kind of sideline moment that will live on in camp lore all summer. It wasn't a hushed correction. Multiple observers said Rodgers' body language and volume carried across the field, making clear this was more than a friendly nudge. The incident reportedly stemmed from a wrong route by Johnson during team period, a small but consequential mistake in a quarterback-centric offense where timing and precision are everything. Rodgers, a four-time MVP who has spent nearly 2 decades drilling fundamentals and expecting near-military precision from teammates, didn't hide his frustration. That reaction is part of what makes him who he is: exacting, vocal, and relentless about standards. Context matters. Rodgers is a new arrival in Pittsburgh on a 1-year deal, brought in to give the Steelers a win-now lift and immediate positional stability under center. He's also 41 and coming off injury and inconsistent play the last few seasons. That combination, veteran urgency plus finite opportunity, creates a pressure cooker in camp. Rodgers wants crisp execution now, and young players are fighting to prove they belong. In that environment, clashes are almost inevitable. Kaleb Johnson, a rookie adjusting to a pro playbook and the speed of NFL timing, was on the wrong end of Rodgers' ire. That's uncomfortable for a young player, but it's also a rite of passage. Coaches and veterans will often lean into these moments as teaching tools. Anthony hindsight aside, Rodgers' public corrections are rarely personal. They're a clear message about what he expects on game day. For Johnson, how he responds, whether he internalizes the lesson and bounces back, will matter more than the moment itself. There's a broader conversation underway about whether Rodgers' intensity helps or hurts chemistry. Critics point to past episodes, think of his clash with Mike Williams in New York, and worry about fractured locker room dynamics. Supporters argue that elite leaders demand the highest standards and that candid, sometimes brusque feedback can accelerate development. Steelers coach Mike Tomlin and the coaching staff now have to manage the fallout, making sure accountability doesn't become alienation. For the Steelers, the ideal outcome is simple. Rodgers' veteran insistence on execution raises the bar for everyone, while coaches protect younger players from being publicly flattened. If the team can strike that balance, the episode will be remembered as a productive, if uncomfortable, learning moment. If not, it could become the first spark in a larger camp controversy. Either way, Tuesday's exchange made one thing clear. Rodgers is here to win, and he will not quietly tolerate sloppy football. Young players like Kaleb Johnson will be tested, and how they respond will be a key storyline as preseason moves toward roster cuts and the regular season.